paper. And by the way, Milton Coleman was in there. I said, you were wrong to keep my brother from meeting with me. Milton Coleman asked me, because you know I said that all traitors at some point, they're going to be killed. And that's a fact. I said, when we come to power. I didn't say when. But hell, traitors got to die. You don't like that? Well, maybe you may be one. You don't betray your people. Our people are dying because of betrayal at the highest form of leadership. And if you betray us today, you will pay a price.
Talk to us, brother minister.
So there I was with the heads of them, and I said, look, Milton Coleman, when I said one day, I said black folk should just don't even talk to him, ostracize him. When he come to church, say you can't come in till you repent. And he called. He said, Farrakhan, they say that, you issued a, I guess they call it in Arabic, a fatwa. I said, no, brother, I didn't say that you should be killed. I said, but people that do what you did in the future would be. I said, I'll tell you what, I'm going to be on Ted Koppel's show tonight. And I said, I'll go before the country and tell them that I did not mean for any harm to come to you. He said, you would do that, Farrakhan? I said, yes, sir, of course. I said, and afterwards I'll call you. And then we can sit down and meet and iron out our difficulties. That night on the Ted Koppel show, and I have to tell you this, people think I have died because they don't see me on television as they used to. See, they understand. I have been questioned by the best minds that they got. And none of them could handle me. Listen. I'm not bragging, I'm not boasting. I boast in the Lord. Barbara Walters wanted to interview me. And I said, yes, Miss Walters, come on. She came with a thick book, almost as thick as this book that I have here, bigger really. And Miss Walters said, Minister, we're going to be going for about an hour and a half. I said, yes, ma'am. She said, if you are sweating and you need a break, you can take a minute and wipe your brow and come back in my house. And she talked to me, listen to this, for an hour and a half. And guess who was sweating? For an hour and a half. And when it was over, she said, may I use your phone? I said, certainly. I took her to the phone on my desk. She called Sam Donaldson. And she said, Sam, I asked him every question, and he didn't dodge one. I said, afterwards, we were walking in the palace, and I said, Miss Walters, I said, do you know why I agreed to let you interview me? She said, why, Minister? I said, number one, you have interviewed kings and rulers and people of substance all over this earth, and you know a phony when you see them. I said, second, you're a woman, and third, you're Jewish. And I said, I gave you this interview in hopes that you would help me build a bridge to the Jewish community. Yes, would you do that? She said, Minister, I will try. Do you know Miss Walters left my house? She went to the man that's the anchor on Channel 7. No, it wasn't Ted Koppel. Jennings. She went to Brokaw. She went to 60 Minute Man. Mike Wallace. Oh, I didn't mean it like that.
Go ahead, Minister.
And she sent me a note, and she said not one of them agreed to sit down with you. I couldn't do it. I've never spoken to Miss Walters since, but when she talks about the people she's interviewed, she mentions Farrakhan. When Mike Wallace talks about the people he's interviewed, he talks about Farrakhan. When little John Kennedy, John, they called him, of George Magazine, right. When he interviewed me, right. When they asked him about me, right. He's one of the best interviews that we've had. In the meantime, Nixon died. The night they were to air my program, President Nixon passed. Let me tell you something about these people. They're scientists of evil. When they put me on the screen, they put some kind of a thing that darkened my face to make me look, less than angelic. And then they cut it all the way down so that I only had a few minutes. But we got it all to be released at some time. Now, we come to the Million Man March. What an overwhelming event. Those of you who were there, those of you who saw it, those of you who were a part of it, there was nothing like that ever in the history of our sojourn in America, and not since. And nobody was with us except us. There was no media backing us. And guess what? City government closed down that day. Did you know the Senate closed? The House of Representatives closed? The Supreme Court closed? President Clinton got out of town. Do you know why? The soldiers were all in the tunnels underground. They were ready that if these so-called Negroes got a little crazy, that they were going to take care of business. The police even told Sharif, come back out here, Sharif. They told Sharif, they said, if anything happens, we got to